Hi, looking good out there. Okay, so this is about a story about collaboration. Hopefully this isn't the end of your week feeling like that. This is available over in the UK for £1 a bottle, and I don't think any of you lovely people out there are going to be involved in doing this kind of thing. But we all know about collaboration. It's communication, right? But we don't. It's all about the mission. It's about us. It's about communicating and improving every single interaction we have, including those interpersonal ones, and adding quality. So this is just about how good we look. Like, the optimum place is to be in that top right space, because there's no point in doing really good work if you don't look good, if your collaboration doesn't look good. It's about how you feel. So how does this happen? You get into this situation where there's loads of passion, it's really alluring, and it's just a whole compelling, overwhelming feeling. And where does this story end up? We get into a situation, we find ourselves like this. I mean, we've even got third parties getting involved there. This is like a post-implementation project review, like the laborious, painful process of dissecting what we did, the irrationality of the project itself. So I reckon those guys in the last slide went for the impossible utopia. They went for the fast, cheap, and the great. Like, it's just never going to happen, okay? So it's all about, really, these usual suspects on the right. The time, you didn't give enough time. There was not enough budget, so your cost was too high. And anyway, so basically now it's all about innovation. That's great, right? We love that stuff. But some people think that's from going from A to B. It's a straightforward process, but that's not the case. We're going from a place of A and somebody's vision through this fog in front of you. And we're trying to get to this launch site through this fog. But it doesn't matter how high you are above this. Like, it doesn't matter how important you are, CEO, whatever. You still can't see the journey as it truly is. You might see the vision at the end. And so a project sometimes feels like this, right? You've got your style guide, you've got your processes, and if they're too rigid, then you're sitting there and you don't understand how the project is moving, like that van on the left, and it ends up with that corridor on the right. So are you going to be a has-been? Are you going to be a wannabe? Or are you going to be a hero? Are you going to be like Sisyphus driving that rock up the hill, that Greek king who never ever makes it? Or are you going to push it past the tipping point? So these are like 5 of the challenges that we've identified as being key for internal teams, design teams. So sometimes the project feels like this. You're like, oh fuck, I'm way up there all by myself. Or maybe I've already started the project and I'm already in free fall. Shit. And really, we should be looking at, like, how are we all heroes? That's plural, okay, together. These guys have practiced with, like, military precision. They've done it over and over again, but how do you get there? So this is the story we need to be able to tell to our colleagues as we go along. So what is it all about? It's about a simple, unexpected, concrete, credible, and emotional story. And that makes it stick. Chip and Dan Heath, great book. So it's all about, sometimes in the past we've been perceived as being designers, being some sort of enforcer. There's my style guide, there's my process, we have to do it like this, blah, blah, blah. But actually it's about being a facilitator. It's about being there at the moment of value. It's about helping other people feel smarter. And this is where this story starts. So how does it happen? So we have a current product, which sometimes we're all having a bit of a twitch. We're like, oh my God, how the fuck do we design that? Like, or we saw somebody else's product and we have to design it. It's like, who designed that product? And then we're committing activity and resources to this new idea, this new product that we have, this new concept. And that's wrapped around it. That's like the sentence that's being handed down. And what you really need is a product manager who's a bit like Judge Judy. She does not take any shit, right? So she's there, she's handing it down. You've got your activity resources. She says, we will do that to you, okay? So you need strength. And this piece is all about, like, right, okay, so we got our consensus, right? Thanks very much. And the jury are the guys who are bringing the consensus, right? So you've got your BA or whatever it is, your visual designer. And they're all the observers, and you have to be the facilitator and the cross-examiner of those witnesses. You have to be a bit like the fervor that Tom Cruise puts in, but to get this kind of, hopefully not this kind of reaction, but maybe just kind of a deep reaction. And really, that's it, all put together. So does like the UX and the interaction design look like a bit like law? Can you tell that story? Is it credible? Is it emotional? And is it going to have impact? Thanks.